Object-oriented programming is, above all, an idea, and because of this, there's always been a lot of debate over what it means to be a pure object-oriented language, and what languages best meet that definition. And one of the basic questions might be, does the language just support the creation of objects, or does it take it one step further and demand that everything must be an object? And words like polymorphism, encapsulation, inheritance, and abstraction get thrown around a lot. But this course is not the place to get into those discussions. What it is worth knowing what the current state of things is. Earlier in the course, we talked about this loose list of currently popular programming languages. Now, object-oriented programming has been such a successful idea that all the languages on this list, except one, use it. C is not an object-oriented language, as it predates the time of object-oriented programming. But several languages on here can be thought of as really object-oriented versions of C. C++, for example, had the original name of C with classes. Objective-C is also just C with additions to support classes and objects. And C# and Java are both languages that take a lot from C and add object orientation. Now, on the looser side of things, Perl was not originally an object-oriented language, but now does support some features, and as we've already mentioned, JavaScript is object-oriented loosely, as is PHP and Python. Ruby is perhaps the purest object-oriented language here. So unless you're only going to program in C, this idea is something that you absolutely need to become familiar with, and as you explore any language, start by figuring out what built-in classes exist. Now, bear in mind, finding out about existing classes is not a thankless task. It's always a win for you as a programmer. Because the great thing about a language with a lot of existing classes is that somebody else wrote behavior that you don't have to. So in JavaScript examples, we've seen classes that represent simple things like arrays and dates. But when you start working with languages like Objective-C, Java, and C#, classes are also there to represent text boxes and images and buttons. And more than that, you'll find them for files and video players and cryptography functionality, and pretty much anything else you can imagine.